A guy in South Carolina just moved into a home on 52 acres bigger than most mansions. His neighbor spent $350 grand for a fraction of the space. He spent $25,000 for the shell. Same result, 1/14 the price tag. Today I'm going to show you exactly how that math works, and more importantly, where it breaks down, because the internet is lying to you about half of this trend. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what a Barndominium actually costs in 2026, why some builders really do pay next to nothing, and whether this is a genius move or a trap. Stick around, because the truth is way more interesting than the headline. Before we get into it, hit subscribe and turn on notifications, because next week, I'm breaking down the biggest Barndominium mistakes that cost people an extra 50 grand. You do not want to miss that one. Okay, let's get into it. Wait till the end. What $25,000 actually buys. So here's the headline that's flooding YouTube and Pinterest right now. 25K Barndominium. And it's technically true. In 2026, a basic post-frame shell kit, that's the steel skeleton, roof, and siding of a Barndominium, can run as low as $25,000 to $80,000, depending on your state and size. That's not a full house, that's the shell. Think of it like buying the frame of a car with no engine, no seats, no wiring. It's a real structure standing on real land, but it is not move-in ready. And this is where 90% of these viral videos stop talking. They show you the shell price, cut to a gorgeous finished interior, and let your brain fill in the gap. That gap is the entire point of this video. So let's fill it in honestly. The real full cost. According to the latest 2026 industry data, a fully finished, move-in ready Barndominium costs somewhere between $65 and $160 per square foot for a standard build. Premium custom finishes can push past $200 per square foot. The national average for a complete Barndominium build, land not included, sits right around $230,000, with most builds landing somewhere between $112,800 and $504,000, depending on size and finish level. So if the shell is $25,000, where does the rest of that number come from? Foundation, insulation, plumbing, electrical, HVAC, drywall, flooring, cabinets, windows and doors. Interior finishing alone typically runs $25,000 to over $100,000 on its own. This is the part nobody puts in the thumbnail. So how does it actually beat a $350,000 house? Here's where it gets genuinely interesting, and where the real story is even better than the fake one. New conventionally built stick homes in 2026 are running about $130 to $180 per square foot nationally. A comparable finished Barndominium runs $65 to $160 per square foot. That means the real, honest, verified savings on a like-for-like build is roughly 15 to 25%, not the 50 to 90% some videos claim. 15 to 25% doesn't sound as viral as 1/14 the price, but stack a few real advantages on top of that percentage, and you start to see how determined builders get shockingly close to that headline number. Number 1. Self-contracting. Hiring yourself as the general contractor instead of paying a GC saves you 10 to 20% of the entire project, which, on a $250,000 build, is $25,000 to $50,000 back in your pocket. Number 2. Sweat equity. Builders who install their own flooring, paint, trim, and cabinets are cutting labor costs that make up a massive chunk of a traditional build. Number 3. Phased building. Some owners move into the finished shell with basic plumbing and electrical first, then finish rooms one at a time over a year or two as money allows. Your moving-in cost can genuinely look like $25,000 to $60,000. It's just not the finished cost. Number 4. Clear span steel framing. No load-bearing interior walls means less lumber, less skilled carpentry labor, and faster build times, which is a real structural cost advantage over stick-built homes. Put those 4 things together on a smart, self-managed build, and a determined family really can land a finished Barndominium in the $150,000 to $180,000 range that would have cost $300,000 plus as a traditional stick-built house of the same size. That's the real version of this trend. Not fake, just less dramatic than the thumbnail. The catch nobody mentions. Now, I promised you honesty, so here's the catch that could bite you if you go into this blind. Financing is brutal. Many lenders classify metal-framed homes as non-traditional structures, which means standard mortgages don't always apply, and appraisals can be difficult because there aren't many comparable Barndo sales in a lot of areas. If you're planning to finance instead of pay cash, call your lender before you order a kit. Land isn't included in any of these numbers. The average land cost nationally runs around $75,000 and can range from a couple $1,000s in rural areas to $500,000 or more, depending on location. Permits and utilities add up fast too. Running power, water, and septic to a vacant lot can add $9,000 to $34,000 before you've poured a single slab. And budgets slip. Industry data shows the large majority of new construction projects, Barndominiums included, exceed their original budget by at least 10%. If you're building on a razor-thin budget, build in a contingency, because the surprises are real. Should you actually do this? So is a Barndominium a smart move in 2026? Or is it just a trend riding a misleading number? Honestly, it's a smart move for the right person. If you already own land, you're comfortable managing subcontractors or doing hands-on work yourself, and you want a spacious, durable home without the price tag of a traditional build, the real 15 to 25% savings, plus DIY sweat equity, can add up to a genuinely life-changing number. People are legitimately building 2,000 to 3,000 square foot homes for what a builder-grade 1,200 square foot stick house costs in a lot of markets. But if you're expecting to spend $25,000 and walk into a finished, move-in-ready home, that's not reality, and you'll end up frustrated and over budget. The trend is real. The headline is just doing what headlines do. So there you have it. The real math behind the Barndominium boom. Not a scam, not a fantasy, just a story that got compressed into 8 words for a thumbnail. If this saved you from a very expensive surprise, do me a favor and hit that like button. It genuinely helps this channel more than you'd think. Subscribe if you want the full breakdown of the biggest Barndominium budgeting mistakes next week, and drop a comment telling me, would you actually build one of these? Or is the mortgage headache not worth it? I read every single comment, so let's talk about it down there. See you in the next one.